as a constitutional law attorney, former senior legal advisor and personal counsel to President Donald J. Trump. Jenna Ellis believes in the rule of law and the importance of integrity in our elections. And she's ready to tackle the big cultural and legal issues facing America. This is the Jenna Ellis Show. Here is your host, Jenna Ellis.
Hello, friends, and welcome to a very special edition of the Jenna Ellis Show, because tonight and only tonight, you have an opportunity to go and see a really extraordinary film, Mother Teresa and Me. And for those of you who grew up like I did, understanding who Mother Teresa was and what she was doing in terms of her service to the Lord in a contemporary nature, I remember seeing her in the news up until 1997, which unfortunately was her death. And it was very soon after, just a few days after the tragic and unfortunate death of Princess Diana. So I remember all of those headlines. I'm so looking forward to this film because it goes into the story of her service and her life. And so the executive producer of Mother Teresa and Me will join me in a moment, but make sure that you go out and see this movie, grab a date, grab your family, your friends, go out and see this film tonight, because it's actually one that will be worth it. And as Christians and conservatives, it seems like the entertainment business hardly ever puts anything out that we actually want to go see. So tonight you have a great opportunity to see Mother Teresa and Me. So we'll be right back with more with the executive director. With inflation, the banking world collapse, and everything that Joe Biden is doing not to protect America, you need to make sure to secure your financial health, especially in retirement. And hey, if you're a millennial like me, that actually is sooner than you think. You need to start now, even if you are a millennial or a Gen Zer, to make sure that your financial health is actually healthy when we get to retirement. And Legacy Precious Metals has a revolutionary new online platform that allows you to invest in gold and silver online in real time. In a few easy steps, you can open an account online, select your metals of choice, and choose to have them stored in a vault or shipped right to your door. You'll have access to a dashboard where you can track your portfolio growth in real time anytime. You'll see transparent pricing on each coin and bar, and this puts you in complete control of your money. The platform is free to sign up for. Visit legacypminvestments.com and open your account and see this new investing platform for yourself. Gold hedges against inflation and against a volatile stock market. A truly diversified portfolio isn't just more stocks and bonds, but different asset classes. This brand new platform allows you to make investments in gold and silver, no matter how small or large, with just a few clicks. Visit legacypm.com to get started. You can download the free investor's guide, and you can also call Legacy PM Investments to talk to a portfolio expert to get expert answers to your to customize your personal portfolio. So visit legacypminvestments.com to get started. Tell them that Jenna sent you.
You're pregnant, young lady.
What should I do?
Rest for a bit. You still have time to think about it.
You'll have to have an abortion.
I know.
You can't keep it.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Kavita, oh my God.
Deepali. You knew her quite well, didn't you?
Mother?
Yes.
Deepali.
Most people, when in total doubt, just give up on their dreams. But she didn't.
I need to take dying people off the streets. You have to give me a place for them. Now.
Some Hindus might not accept you. They might suspect you want to convert them.
If you want to destroy this place, take me and kill me instead.
Darkness. That's all I can see.
What do I need to know, for Christ's sake?
We just wanted to protect you.
I was so wrong with so many things.
I'm lost, Father.
Why does Jesus not love me anymore?
Are you here to save humanity or just yourself?
Faith might be obscured by the clouds of doubt.
I don't know how long I will have the strength to live without faith, without love.
like to welcome Thierry Cachanut, who is the executive producer of the brand new film Mother Teresa and Me. And so, sir, thank you so much for joining. And you make a great point in the Breitbart piece that explains kind of the rationale behind this film, that a lot of people 30 and younger really don't know who Mother Teresa is. I remember even through college, her presence and being, very newsworthy, and someone that was a public figure through really growing up for me. And so I think you're right that there are a lot of people that just don't know much about her. And so, as an inspiration for this film, what drove you to focus specifically on her in creating this piece?
Well, first of all, Jenna, thanks for having me on your show. It's a pleasure to be with you. Well, the inspiration came from the actress who ended up playing Mother Teresa, Jacqueline Fritchie-Cornaz. And she was like 15 years ago in India for the first time, and she was confronted by this misery on the street, especially children. It really shook her. And she said, either you walk away, you turn your head, or you do something. And she felt compelled to do something. And a few days later, she was in the office of a producer in Bollywood, and there was a big painting of Mother Teresa. And she got this inspiration. This is what you have to do. We have to make a movie about Mother Teresa, put her spirit out in the world, in this world full of wars, of internal strife, and try person by person to change the world to a better place.
And I think she really did that, and that kind of an inspirational figure that is someone that was so modern compared to maybe the saints in the Bible that we look to in, for example, Hebrews chapter 11 and the Hall of Faith. She was someone that lived in the modern era. And so how does this film explore her life, and also someone who really was very human and someone that is relatable? I think that in kind of the modern sense, for the younger generation who didn't grow up with understanding that she was a contemporary, almost canonize her in a way that that really doesn't show the full picture of her life.
Yeah, one of the endeavors of our movie was really to make her relatable, to show the woman behind this great saint that she was, to show her frailty, because it's when we see her frailty that she becomes really awesome. When we see what she achieved, when we see what she went through and held on to the mission. And it's been known, but not widely known, because people don't talk so much about it. But Mother Teresa had a deep crisis, a spiritual crisis, let's put it this way. She felt a great sense of abandonment by Jesus. She had been extraordinarily intimate with him. They were talking to each other. Jesus spoke to her and told her to go in the slums. And for 2 years, while she was getting all the necessary authorization to go in the slums, they had these daily conversations, and intimacy. And the day she hit the slum, he ghosted her. You would say today, suddenly and she writes her prayer goes up to him, but they come back like knives. And she really started suffering and she suffered really I believe, through the end of her life. And yet she kept her determination. She got up every day, put, you could say, a game face on. She was tough. She girded herself for the day, for battle. She went lovingly to the poor, fought with the administrations, and inspired tons of people, many new vocation. And she was, tending to her sisters very lovingly and directed them to Jesus, showing her the way, show them the way. All the while she was in this darkness, as she called it. And in that, she's so much an example, because we all have trials and tribulations in our lives. And she never threw in the towel. She always believed there'll be a light at the end of the tunnel, at the end of this darkness, and Jesus will come back and he will speak to me again. And in the meantime, I do the work, and this is the spirit that we need today, because we are really overwhelmed also by the culture. That's, it's a long, slippery slope, whether it's politics. Wherever you see, you have the impression that our society is in decay, and you feel helpless, But if you stop doing something, well, then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So Mother Teresa is an incredible experience, and we show that, because we wanted also really, especially to attract young people, the young generation, and so we created this fictional side story of Kavita, a young woman who is of Indian descent, lives in London, and she gets pregnant and her boyfriend leaves her. And she feels abandoned, and she's confused. She considers an abortion, and then she flees to Calcutta to kind of find herself and also meet her old nanny, who's like a grandmother. And through the grandmother, she discovers more about Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa, she knew, of course, the character, but she didn't know much about her. And she discovers, reading the letters of Mother Teresa, that Mother Teresa felt abandoned. And it's exactly in that moment where she herself feels abandoned, she develops this incredible kinship with Mother Teresa. And she starts working in the House of the Dying. That's the house that Mother Teresa created to pick up the dying people off the street and give them some human dignity in their death. And she takes care of a woman there. She goes to the orphanage. And by helping others and emulating Mother Teresa, she helps herself. And we hope that through her eyes, through the eyes of Kavita, we go into, from a filmmaking point of view, we go into a flashback structure, going back and forth between the two storylines. And at the end, there's a big surprise
that people will have to see the film in order to feel that.
Not get revealed.
Yes, but there's so much that is relatable in what you just said, and to share the true story behind this extraordinary woman who was a life of service and, of course, loved her Savior, Jesus Christ. I think a lot of Christians can resonate with that, but also feeling a deep connection with the Lord and being in prayer, and then feelings at times in our lives like God is there, but he's silent and we don't have all of the answers. And as you were speaking, I pulled up I recalled one of Mother Teresa's most famous quotes that she said, "If I ever become a saint, I will surely be one of darkness. I will continually be absent from heaven to light the light of those in darkness on earth." And she described that, or
beautiful quote.
Yeah, as her mission statement, really. And I think that is very profound. And to have this side story of this young woman who relates to her, this is why, in the Bible, in Hebrews chapter 11 that I just referred to, when we have this great legacy of people who have come before us, who have trusted in the Lord regardless of their circumstances, and they are relatable as human beings, to show how we can persevere through any trials and tribulations. We can continue on in service. And so I hope that the younger generation who watches this film will be inspired and will get to know her from a personal perspective. And so as you were creating this film, was there anything that you discovered along the way in kind of revealing her background and true story that surprised you, or maybe not many people know?
No, I mean, what I really discovered, what we just talked about, because I hadn't I knew, she had a crisis of faith or a spiritual crisis, but I never really bothered knowing more about it. And it's only making this movie there that I read these letters, and I realized the fight that he had been, and this perseverance, day after day, week after week, for decades. And that's really, it's very moving when you read these letters, and it's very inspiring that when you see the fruits of all her labor, whether it's the 5,000 nuns that work today for order, or the number of places they are helping people around the world, or the countless other ways she's inspired people. That's so awesome to see the fruits of that work, despite the tears, you could say. And that's really what I learned.
Yeah, and it is such an inspirational story. And I remember back in 1997, which is when she passed away. She passed away only a few days after Princess Diana. And I remember all of the stories back in, I think it was around August or September of that year, that there was so much by way of comparison that I found really interesting because did Mother Teresa and Princess Diana actually have a friendship? I think that they had met at some point, if I'm not mistaken. But there was
they met several times. Definitely, there was a connection there. Yes,
yeah,
big
and so
connection.
and which is really fascinating to me as well, and to see the comparisons sort of after the fact when both had passed away, to see some of these comparisons and maybe an unlikely friendship. So does the movie explore any of that part, or just focus on her life, or also her legacy?
No, I mean it's really not your typical biopic. You know, we follow. It's the story of Kavita, the young woman, the me and Mother Teresa and me, and as we follow her through her journey, she discovered Mother Teresa, and we see the effect that Mother Teresa has on her, and maybe on her, and we focus on that story, that how she was a nun, how she got that calling, and how she then, when she started working in the slum, got abandoned, and how she struggled with it but kept going. And then we meet Mother Teresa again, you know, towards the last end of her life, you know, when she's an older woman, and we see that she's kind of at peace. But we don't go into all these relationship, whether it's with John Paul II or Ronald Reagan or Lady Diana. We just focus really on the human being behind that great saint.
And this is the movie Mother Teresa and Me, and it will be in theaters nationwide on one day only, October 5th. So make sure that you go out and see that. And any other website or a way that people can watch the film, and if they don't catch it in theaters, is it going to be streamed, or how can they watch this film?
Right now, it's theatrical on it's tomorrow, October 5th, and its distributor is Fathom Events, FATHOM events.com. You can go there, you put in your zip code or your town, and you'll find a cinema near you. It's in over 800 cinemas nationwide, so it's everywhere. And you can also put in Mother Teresa and Me film, and you'll find all the information about the film. But really go to fathomevents.com. And if you go, it's a one night only, provided, you know, if tomorrow people really show up and there's a big demand for the movie, you know, they'll add dates and showtime. You know, the cinemas want to fill the seat. If there's a movie that's hot, they'll add screens. We've seen that summer with The Sound of Freedom. It was a little movie at the beginning, started very small, and then it took over the country, beat Indiana Jones, beat Mission Impossible, because the people wanted to see it. And so there will be other show times, provided tomorrow is a success, provided people say, oh, let's go see this movie. And to the young people, you know, you say, oh, Mother Teresa, you hear, oh, Mother Teresa, Crisis of Faith. Oh my God, it's a spiritual, preachy movie, and it's not that at all. It's an adventure. It's a epic movie. It's the cinematography is amazing. We bring you on the journey to India in the 40s and 50s. We recreated the slums. We recreated all these places where Mother Teresa worked. You have phenomenal music, a fantastic acting. I mean, the director Kamal Moussaleh did an outstanding job. Really, it's an Oscar-worthy movie. It has that quality, and so you're also in for a great roller coaster of emotion seeing this movie. So it's also a great date movie. You have your girl, you want to bring your boyfriend, and you'll see that you say, tonight I'm choosing the movie. And you'll have a blast, and you'll want to watch it a second time.
Fantastic. Well, Thierry Cachanud, thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. So Thursday, October 5th, go out and see Mother Teresa and Me, and really looking forward to hopefully getting more out of this film and adding screens and making sure that people can see this adventure and really understand who this amazing person was and her legacy and her life. and how you have her interact with this other amazing character that you've developed. So it sounds like a really, really worthwhile film. And I'm excited for that because there are so many times that you look at the theaters, you think there is literally nothing to go see that's valuable.
Exactly.
So thank you for your work, and looking forward to seeing it.
Thank you so much, Jenna, for having me on your show. It was very kind.
Thank you.
Great pleasure.
Thanks. With inflation, the banking world collapse, and everything that Joe Biden is doing not to protect America, you need to make sure to secure your financial health, especially in retirement. And hey, if you're a millennial like me, that actually is sooner than you think. You need to start now, even if you are a millennial or a Gen Zer, to make sure that your financial health is actually healthy when we get to retirement. And Legacy Precious Metals has a revolutionary new online platform that allows you to invest in gold and silver online in real time. In a few easy steps, you can open an account online, select your metals of choice, and choose to have them stored in a vault or shipped right to your door. You'll have access to a dashboard where you can track your portfolio growth in real time anytime. You'll see transparent pricing on each coin and bar, and this puts you in complete control of your money. The platform is free to sign up for. Visit legacypminvestments.com and open your account and see this new investing platform for yourself. Gold hedges against inflation and against a volatile stock market. A truly diversified portfolio isn't just more stocks and bonds, but different asset classes. This brand new platform allows you to make investments in gold and silver, no matter how small or large, with just a few clicks. Visit legacypm.com to get started. You can download the free investor's guide, and you can also call Legacy PM Investments to talk to a portfolio expert to get expert answers to your to customize your personal portfolio. So visit legacypminvestments.com to get started. Tell them that Jenna sent you. On MyPillow's 20-year anniversary, with over 80 million MyPillows sold, Mike Lindell wants to thank each and every one of you by giving you the lowest price in history on his MyPillows. You will receive a queen-size MyPillow for only $19.98. The regular price is $69.98 and just $10 more for a king size. You'll receive deep discounts on all MyPillow products such as bed sheets, mattress toppers, pet beds, mattresses, my slippers, which I love, and so much more. This is the time to try out some of the amazing products you've had your eye on from MyPillow. So go to mypillow.com and enter promo code Jenna to receive this amazing offer on the queen size MyPillow for $19.98. You can go to mypillow.com or call 1-800-564-8475. Be sure to use the promo code Jenna. This offer comes with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. It's time to start getting the quality sleep you deserve. This offer comes with a 10-year warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. It's time to start getting the quality sleep you deserve. Go to mypillow.com, use the promo code Jenna.
When the government used emergency edicts during COVID to restrict the gathering and worship of churches, 3 pastors facing the risk of imprisonment, unlimited fines, and their own churches being ripped apart took a courageous stand and reopened their doors in the face of a world that chose to comply. The Essential Church is a feature-length documentary that explores the struggle between the church and government throughout history. This fascinating story uncovers those who've sacrificed their lives throughout history for what they truly believe in. Rediscover why the church is essential and how we prove that this stand remains true from a scientific, legal, and most importantly, biblical perspective. This is not your typical movie. It'll change your life. You need to see this movie with your friends and family. The Essential Church is streaming today exclusively at salemnow.com. That's Essential Church, streaming at salemnow.com.